Guys, what the is happening in the job market? Reports from McKinsey and the World Economic Forum estimate that AI could displace up to 50% of jobs by 2035. Another study found that 41% of employers worldwide intend to reduce their workforce drastically because of AI in the next 5 years. I could go down the list and keep reading numbers like this. I think you get it. The job market right now is, but with the whole AI disruption happening right now, there's one particular group that's affected way more than any other group, and that is current college students. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't planning on making this video. As you know, I've taken a bit of a break from the Koi channel to pursue other things, but this topic is just too important. This changes everything. Everything that we've been doing to help you guys the past few years might not matter because of what's happening right now. And it genuinely bothers me and frustrates me that the opportunities right now for everyone that we've been helping up to this point might be for nothing. Now, I also don't want to make it seem like super, the world is ending and doom and gloom and stuff like that, because I don't think that's true either. In this video, I want to share a path to escape the reality that AI has caused to the job market. So whether you're a college student, you're a professional student, or you just got laid off from a job, this might be the most important video you watch all year. And understand there are 3 big factors that are all causing this to happen. Number 1 is that current college students have already invested a ton of money and resources. Maybe you've taken out student loans from the federal government or from private loan. This can be anything from tens of thousands of dollars to up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the school or the profession that you're going into. That's a lot of money. And those are high interest rates that you're gonna have to pay back over the long run. And the reason that students are doing that is to get this, a diploma or a degree, as you might call it. The reason that we invest money to get a degree or a diploma is because this used to mean something, right? Maybe a couple decades ago, it was required to have a bachelor degree or some kind of degree to get a high-paying job, or at least that was the idea that was sold to the public to get more people into institutions and college. But because of AI, a diploma has lost its value. Some people have even gone as far to say the diploma is now worthless. Because of AI, the value of a diploma has dropped. According to a study in 2025, 27% of people with a bachelor's degree or higher, right, a master's or professional degree, are working in jobs that are exposed to AI. And that's because AI has gotten really good, right? AI can replace the job of entry-level workers. So this puts students obviously in a very precarious position. So entry-level jobs, which are a massive part of the workforce, are just gone. They're just eliminated because a robot can do all of that work. And so as a result, there are less jobs overall to go around for once you graduate. Now, why is this so scary? Well, those numbers that I said at the beginning of this video, those were numbers of the current workforce. When you're a student and you're in college, you are not actually part of the workforce yet. What happens is they get hit by this triple whammy, this jab, jab, uppercut, punch combo that leaves them totally screwed for the job market. They leave it with massive amounts of debt, student loans from investing already. Number 2, they have this diploma that doesn't really help them get a job because AI is doing those jobs. And number 3, there are less jobs to go around in total. So there are less jobs and the diploma doesn't actually help them get a job. So there's no net change in ability. And so basically everyone right now who is currently in college is about to enter this freaking war zone, right? This chaotic job market. And the worst part is you didn't sign up for this, right? If you were already in college when the AI boom happened, you were promised something very different by the end of that. This just changed everything, right? The whole course of your life is just completely altered and you had no say in how that happened. And it's really scary to think about. In the next few years, a lot of these people are gonna graduate. More and more people are gonna enter the quote unquote workforce with no real solution for what to do. You know, and add one more roundhouse kick or drop kick to the face here, AI is only going to get more and more advanced, right? We're seeing that ChatGPT 5 just came out and it's even smarter and stronger than ever before. It seems like it's only going to get worse. So the question now becomes, what should you do? Well, in my mind, there really is only 2 options. Option number 1, you drop whatever major you're doing and you pivot directly into an AI field, right? Try to become an AI engineer, an AI prompt engineer, an AI knowledge worker, join an AI team. But that also creates problems in its own. Because if everyone leaves to join the AI stuff, then the competition for AI is completely out the roof. What we're seeing here is just a total collapse of the education system. Education is an old institution. It's pretty much been run the same way for the past 200 years. Things have obviously changed a lot. Back then, they didn't even have cars, right? So this is the speed at which the education system normally has been evolving. And this is the pace that AI is evolving. AI and technology is advancing so fast and is changing the way that the world operates, and the education system can't keep up. It's putting out students who are just not prepared for the world that we're in. So where should you go from here? If you are currently on track right now to this reality over here, how do you pivot so that you can align yourself with the state of AI? That is the question. All of those stats that I read at the beginning, how AI is disrupting jobs, AI is removing jobs, all of these industries around the world are shrinking in size of their workforce. There's one industry in particular that is actually doing the opposite, and that is the creator economy. The creator economy today is worth $250 billion. There's a study from Goldman Sachs that predicts that by 2027, this might be close to $500 billion. Since year 2000, online education has grown 900%, and it's estimated that it's going to continue growing 9.1% year after year into the future, and this is going to compound. Online learning is projected to be worth $370 billion by 2026. Now, you might be wondering, doesn't AI also affect their creator economy? Isn't it also replacing jobs? And yeah, it absolutely is. We're seeing a huge spike right now in like AI generated content, AI slop content is what people are calling it, AI automated content, AI automation and stuff like that. There is a lot of AI that is replacing the creator economy, and that is absolutely true. I think a long time ago, people thought that manufacturing jobs and manual labor jobs were going to be replaced first by AI, by physical robots. But what actually happened was the opposite. AI actually replaced creative jobs because it can do things like write. It can do things like generate images and generate video. But what we're seeing happen because of AI-powered content on the rise, we're starting to see the evolution of a new problem and a new opportunity that if you join the creator economy, you can position yourself. AI is increasing the amount of content that comes out at an alarming rate. You know, there are people who can automate 30 pieces of content a day now, 100 pieces of content. You can just string ChatGPT commands to create content that just floods the internet. And as more and more content floods the internet, what's happening is just content overload and fatigue. Like if you go to YouTube, if you go to Instagram, if you go to Facebook, it's almost impossible to know what's real anymore. So what's actually happening as more AI content comes into the market is we're starting to see an increase as well in isolation. It reminds me of that scene in the movie WALL-E, the Pixar movie, where all these humans are in space and they're just glued to their chairs, they're watching their screens, they're just numb and they're addicted to content. We're seeing right now that Gen Z is the loneliest generation in history. They're the most sexless generation in history. People are feeling more lonely than ever. People are feeling more depressed than ever. People are having less kids. People having kids later in life. And overall, it's just so much harder nowadays to connect with each other. And it feels like everyone is just comparing themselves to these fake AI celebrities or these fake influencers online and just feeling more and more alone than ever. That is one of the repercussions that we're seeing from AI. And when new problems come up, also create space for new solutions, and therefore new jobs in the creator economy. And so right now, I believe that the biggest opportunity for joining the creator economy is to fight isolation and build community. This is what people need right now, because in a world where we're more isolated than ever, what people really need is community, right? We don't connect with robots. We connect with other people. And that's why right now we're also seeing a huge shift back into more authentic content, more authentic gatherings, and people getting together and doing things like they used to. You know, I spend most of my days on the computer.
I think the changes are the fact that people are spending less time together where they are actually attentive to each other. They're half there. Their attention is fragmented. They're multitasking all the time. That's what is changing.
This is the value. I truly believe that this right here is the opportunity in the creator economy, right? And if you want to be secure in the future, you need to align your skill set with creating real community and connection. And the good thing about this problem here is community is the exact problem that every industry in the world is trying to solve. Now, I usually get a lot of eye rolls when I tell people to become creators, but I'm not saying you have to necessarily become a creator. Joining the creator economy is not just about becoming a creator. You know, it's not just about being the person who's in front of the camera or writing the posts. You don't have to actually be that person. Although I think there are definitely a lot of benefits to pursuing that path, which I can probably save for another video, but there are a lot of other ways to join the creator economy. I'll tell you a story. I've been on YouTube for about 6 years and I've been building a creator business. And over that time, I have probably worked with or hired 30 or more full-time or contract employees. And of all those 30 people, I didn't hire them because of a diploma. Honestly, I didn't really care if they had a diploma. I just needed them to help me solve a problem that I had. And many of them were also students. And this is an important point to understand here. Most businesses in the creator economy don't really care if you have a degree or not. What we care about is, do you know how to solve a problem in my business? Can you help me get unstuck with what I'm struggling with? And so even if you don't want to be the actual creator, there are so many ways that you can still contribute and join the creator economy. Some of the roles that we've hired in the past few years: social media manager, video editor, thumbnail designer, graphic designers, creative directors, YouTube strategists, social media strategists, brand strategists. These are all jobs that I wouldn't offload directly to AI, because the thing about AI is AI can help you do those jobs, but you still need someone to direct AI. And as more and more people enter the creator economy and how fast it's growing, they're all going to need help, right? I'm one creator business of millions of creators on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media. All of those brands, if they get big enough, will start to employ and look for new people. So the creator economy is one of the only industries right now that is growing and employing more people. And so I believe that one of the smartest things you can do right now to future-proof yourself into this new age of AI is to, one, learn creator economy skills. These are the new high income skills of the future. And let me give you some examples of those skills. This is things like video editing, design, storytelling, strategy, partnerships, networking, sales. And honestly, of all those skills I just talked about, those are all incredible and very hireable skills right now in the creator economy that you could pursue. Like literally every brand is hiring those roles. And the best way to learn a skill, which we go into step number 2 here, is to use those skills. And so use them to grow on a platform. Pick a platform and grow it. There are plenty of social media platforms that you can hit up: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, YouTube. Pick a platform and get really good at it. And that way you get to practice your skills and also build up a portfolio that you actually know how to grow on the platform. Because every brand and business right now is looking for this. Every brand and business that wants to scale understands the value of content right now. Now, of all the platforms that exist, I may be a little biased, but there is one platform that really shines to me, and that is YouTube. I truly believe that YouTube right now is the best opportunity to get into the creator economy. And there are a few reasons why. First of all the platforms, I think YouTube really prioritizes building an actual connection with audiences. Creators on YouTube are looking to reach their audience. We want to connect. And people go to YouTube, I think, more than any other platform to connect with creators, because YouTube is still the king of long form content. There's this thing I learned in psychology a long time ago called familiarity bias. And the more you're exposed to someone's ideas, the more you are to adopt those ideas for yourself. So YouTube is just a platform that actually increases trust more than any other platform with the people, right? If you've watched 5 of my YouTube videos, which are all 20 minutes long, where I go deep on certain subject matters, I teach about learning and productivity, you're probably going to trust me and have more of a connection with me than if you watched 5 of my TikToks where I'm dancing or I just put a caption on the screen, right? There's just a deeper level of trust that's built through YouTube content. And reason number 2, which I think is actually more important, YouTube is so much harder to master and learn than all the other platforms. You have to do titles, you have to do thumbnails, you have to edit longer videos, you have to script videos, you usually have to work with editors. YouTube is more of a team sport than the other one. Well, if you get really good at something that's really hard, you're gonna be more valuable than someone who gets really good at something that's not that hard. That's why specialists in other industries are paid more. That's why cardiologists make more money than family doctors. That's why neurosurgeons make more money than general surgeons. The harder something is to become, the more valuable you are. And since YouTube is the hardest platform to learn, if you develop those skills, you become a lot more valuable. If you get really good at making content on YouTube, your opportunities are pretty much everywhere. You know, over the past year, we've pivoted into helping education brands grow on YouTube because we've been able to grow our channel on YouTube to over 1 million subscribers. I can tell you personally that the demand for a good YouTube strategist is insane. And then number 3, because of the whole concept of this video being AI, it is also learn to adopt, because AI is not going anywhere. And I think a lot of people right now are afraid that AI is disrupting things and taking their jobs, but it's that classic saying, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Learn how to use AI. Learn how to use AI to create content or build systems for the creator economy. And if you combine these 3 together, I literally can't imagine a future where you would be unemployed. You will never go jobless because these three right here are solving the core issue that the AI disruption has created and really reconnecting us with what it means to be human. Because when AI eventually does replace all the jobs in the world, the only thing left for us to do is hang out with each other, build community, and be creative. And that's a world that's potentially coming sooner than all of us are ready for. And so this is my gamble, this is my bet, this is my prediction for what the future of work is going to look like. And that's why starting today and for the foreseeable future, this is the community and path that we are going to take on this channel. We want to help you guys now succeed with all the things that we've taught up to this point, with the learning, the productivity, the self-improvement that we've done, and direct it in a way that's going to create meaningful connection and help you actually stay alive in this new future that's coming. And if you do decide that YouTube is the place that you want to build these skills in, we actually made a video right here documenting exactly how to grow a channel from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. We've done it multiple times now with multiple people, and I think you're really gonna like it.